So obviously there's that big trade, right? The Mets acquire Francisco Lindor and Carlos Carrasco for Isaiah Green, Josh Wolf, Andres Jimenez, and Ahmed Rosario. So you get two shortstops. Basically, it seemed like Cleveland was like, well, we got two shortstops for the price of one. And on top of that, we got two top 10 prospects in the Mets organization, which for me just doesn't seem good enough for the number one shortstop in baseball. Like, Francisco Lindor is the number one shortstop. There's no argument around that. Maybe you could say Trevor Story is, but Francisco Lindor is a switch hitting, crazy good fielding, speed, power. He's got it all, right? Francisco Lindor is everything you want in a shortstop, and he's been doing it for years, and that is why he's number one. And the fact that the Mets got him for so little, as my voice just, I tried to hit a falsetto there for a second. The Mets, great trade. I'm still thinking the Indians could end up with some good pieces, but I feel like for the right now, they could have gotten a little bit more. But I feel like the Indians put them in a bad place, saying they were gonna get rid of Lindor when his contract expired. Contract's about to expire. I felt like they could have done a little bit better, but the Indians, you kind of shot yourself in the foot there. So I hope you guys do enjoy today's video. We're obviously doing a Mets rebuild with this crazy acquisition, or acquisitions I should say, because Carrasco's a good pitcher. Let's hop into it. I hope you do enjoy it. Thumbs up down below if you enjoyed it, and you're new to the channel. Hit that subscribe button, and of course get in the comment section, let me know what you think of this trade. So I already know there's gonna be those haters that Francisco Lindor is not the best shortstop in the league, Corey Seager's the best shortstop in the league. No, stop. Don't embarrass yourselves. Just stop with that, all right? Like, you can't do that. All right, so I think we're going to leave it like this. I feel like since the Mets have, like, quite a few hitters, let's throw the DH on. It hasn't been completely ruled out that the DH, won't be in the NL, so let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot, because, like, I've heard rumors there won't be the DH. I've heard rumors there will be the DH. Let's go with this. And players don't even know if there's spring training this year. I've been seeing a lot of players start to talk about they don't even know when spring training is, when they're supposed to report, what's going on with that, which is absolutely wild that MLB hasn't gotten that together. So let's take a look here. So obviously Carrasco slides right in there. We've got this shortstop acquisition of Francisco Lindor. The big thing with this is we got to stay within budget, which is crazy, right? Like, that's going to be really difficult to do. Another thing that's going to be really difficult to do is emulate what Steve Cohen is doing, who's like, hey, I'm just going to give you whatever you want, right? Like, that's basically what it sounds like he's doing. So maybe I should turn off budgets and just go crazy with it, because it sounds like George Springer, maybe Trevor Bauer's on the way, which would be insane. So you know what? No, let's leave the budgets on. Let's make it somewhat of a challenge. And let's get into this first season. I'll see you guys at the offseason. All right, so the only two deals that I'm looking to bring back for next year are Betances and Stroman. Everybody else can walk. Justin Wilson, I feel like we can get a different lefty and we'll be okay. So there's that. If we don't sign any of those guys, I think we'll be okay, which we did bring those two back. So looking at the 40-man, don't want to lose Luke Rennie. I'm pretty sure G-Man, as they call him, Robert Gesellman, I think they let him go. I think he just signed with, like, wasn't the Rangers, but I'm pretty sure he just signed with another team, so we won't bring him back. We'll just actually let him walk in free agency. And then looking at the 40-man, yeah, I guess, or this is arbitration. For arbitration, I think most people, maybe not Castro, maybe not Hunter Strickland. Like, I really need to save money with this team. That's kind of the big issue, because we do have to re-sign Lindor and a couple other players throughout this, and then we'll give contracts to everybody here. Paul Sewald also just signed with somebody else, so I won't give him a contract, though. That's kind of something that I needed to point out. So I'm going to rock with this starting five for this year. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Seth Lugo. He's more of a bullpen arm, though, isn't he? So we need to put him here. We need a starter. Ooh, that's something we could look into. A starter. Okay, so we do need a starter. We do need some help on, like, the bench. maybe a DH spot, which is, something that I've seen the Mets talk about, a trade with the Cubs for Kris Bryant. We could try to emulate that as well. There are a couple options available here through free agency that we could pick up for a starter. And then looking at DH possibilities, Jonathan Scope. Okay, that's not a bad player to pick up. I'm pretty sure he's still with the Tigers. But, actually, no, I think he's still a free agent. Unless he did re-sign with the Tigers, and I just missed that deal. But, okay, so, I mean, Jonathan Scope wouldn't be a bad pickup unless we make a trade, which is, something that definitely could be possible. So, I'll see you guys for the first season. I just don't know what we're going to do yet. All right, so this, in real life, I don't think this would be a trade that the Mets would do. I feel like they would really, really, really want to keep Brett Baty. And if they didn't have to trade a top 5 prospect for LINDOR, I know they're not going to have to do it for Kris Bryant. But for MLB The Show franchise, I have to at least throw in one of the top prospects. Ronnie Mauricio doesn't have as much value as Brett Baty. And this was probably like the easiest way to get this deal done for Kris Bryant. So I'm going to trade for Kris Bryant here. There was a pitcher that I wanted to throw into that deal, but I accidentally sent him to the Indians when I realized that I didn't add Isaiah Green to the Indians as part of like the LINDOR trade. So what I accidentally did when I went to go trade Isaiah Green to the Indians was that I threw in David Peterson. I'm pretty sure that's what his name was. I wasn't paying attention. I was just, David Peterson. I wasn't paying attention. I was just trying to do it really quickly because I was going through my lineup and I was like, oh, Isaiah Green's still here. Let me throw him into a trade. Give me the worst possible player on the Indians. And then I accidentally threw in David. I got something in my eye. I accidentally threw in David Peterson while I was just kind of scrolling through. And all of a sudden I went to go trade for Kris Bryant. And I can't trade back for David Peterson. It's too difficult. So sadly, we lost out on David Peterson, who I would have traded for Kris Bryant anyways. So he wouldn't be on the team. So, oops, like in hindsight, it sucks. But realistically, he would have just been on the Cubs instead of the Indians with the trade. So we don't really miss out on too much. So it was just a mistake on my part. So here we go. Michael Conforto, added him long-term contract. Makes no sense. I gave him a long-term contract. There we go. Who else did I give a long-term contract to? Noah Syndergaard, Francisco Lindor, and I'm about to give Kris Bryant a contract as well so that we don't lose him. I'll just make it a player option, backload it. There we go. So now kind of the key pieces that we've added are all part of the team now. I mean, I don't know what I would do with this lineup. I mean, you got to go like Lindor leading off. Oh man, does Lindor really lead off? Oh, this is tough. Maybe like Conforto 2, Bryant, Alonso, Smith, JD Davis, Nimmo, McCann, McNeil, something like this. Or, oh, geez, this team's gross. This team is nasty. And then the pitching rotation currently looks like this. I'm not 100% sold on this bullpen, like at all. I definitely want to make changes to it, but I really want to add. What I really wanted to do was add those offensive pieces, Lindor, Bryant, make sure we re-signed Conforto, and make sure we had the players locked up so that we had enough money to make all these deals and then everything like that. So really what I wanted to make sure was that we kept our key pieces, and then from here we can worry about picking it, like bringing in bullpen arms or other players around them. So we should be good now. I'm looking at the contracts to make sure that we're not going to lose anybody anytime soon, which we're not going to. I did bring in Garrett Richards just to be the fifth man in the rotation. We'll try to find somebody else in the future. I can't afford Trevor Bauer. Too many big contracts going around, and I'll figure out what we do. I don't want Robinson Cano. I'm trying to force him to retire. That opens up a lot of contract. We're going to lose Jerry's Familia, possibly Marcus Stroman. So we're going to have some money going forward. It's just we got to be a little bit smart with it so that we can keep kind of the team together. So here we go. This is the team. Offensively, looks amazing. They changed the lineup. Thanks. I really do appreciate that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that lineup that we had. Pitching rotation should be the same. Nope, they changed the pitching rotation as well. Love it. Everything's on manual. You see that? Everything's on manual. There's no reason why anything should have been changed, but it was. So I'll fix it back to how I had it, and then we'll simulate the season. See you guys at the end of it. So as expected, the team's gross, right? 113-49, won the division. Love to see it. So let's take a look around the league. Let's see what happened. We're ranked 3rd. Speed and defense, whatever. Like, the team's gross. I don't understand why the defense is so low. Like, I'm thinking about it. The team's not bad defensively. Speed-wise, maybe, but like defensively, I don't see why. Wow, the Central's bad. This looks like the real life Central. This is bad. The Padres, the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Indians, the Twins. Okay, the Athletics. Okay, all right. I see the league. I saw a comment in one of my videos yesterday that said everyone sleeps on the Cardinals. No, the only reason that any team in the Central ever makes the postseason is because they have to play nothing but the Central, right? A team from the Central has to make the postseason. So, of course, the Cardinals, the Brewers, or the Cubs, which are like the top teams in that. Who else did I forget? Yeah, the Reds, too. Of course, one of these 4 teams are going to make it because you have to. You have to win the division, you know? And then you look at the rest of the National League. The Padres are good. The Dodgers are good. These 3 teams are not good. You know, this is just a cluster of garbage teams. And then, you know, you got the Mets now, the Braves. The Phillies are okay. The Nationals, they just recently won a World Series. They did kind of take a step back, but like the National League compared to the American League, not that great. Not that great. Like you just got to accept it. So we'll take a look around the league really quick, see what we got here. Okay, Jacob deGrom, Cy Young. Good to see that. And anything else? Did we like come close in anything else? Doesn't look like it, which is super disappointing. All right, Jared. Not great. Trevor Hildenberger, though, pretty good. I like to see that. Vizcaino was decent. I'm not going to give him another chance, but he was decent. Betances, not terrible. Trevor May was a lot better last year, which he looks like he was a closer last year, so maybe that's his role. Seth Lugo was really good. Didn't pitch as much, but he was still very good. And then Edwin Diaz, pretty solid. All right, Jacob deGrom was the Cy Young winner for a reason. That's just a disgusting season. That's gross. Noah Syndergaard coming off the year of a big contract extension. Love to see those numbers. Marcus Stroman, not too bad. 3-4 in the rotation. We can work with that. Cookie Carrasco's doing well. And then Garrett Richards, not as good as I hoped. And then we take a look at the lineup. What do we got here? Malik Smith. Jose Peraza, not great. That is, ew, disgusting. Brandon Drury, we added him. I'm pretty sure he just signed a contract in real life with the Mets. Tomas Nido, and then Jared Parker didn't even get a shot. They were like, you're here for morale purposes. Just hang out with the team. Lindor in the leadoff spot. Realistically, not a leadoff guy, but I really don't know where else you put him. Maybe make Conforto leadoff, but Conforto's not a leadoff guy, so realistically, you probably put like McNeil or Nimmo up there. But like, then where does Lindor, Conforto? Do you drop everybody down a spot? It doesn't make sense. So this is what we're gonna have to rock with for this. Lindor, solid. Conforto, good season, great season. You got Bryant, love to see that. Pete Alonso doing Pete Alonso things with 50 home runs, 34 for Dominic Smith, 28 for JD Davis. Everybody's OPS. Okay. You had to ruin it. I was going to say everybody's OPS is above 800 and really comfortable. You got Nimmo with the 941 OPS, and then James McCann sitting around 800 OPS, which catchers normally don't really hit for crazy power or anything. Those are good numbers for a catcher. I'm happy with them. So there we are. Pretty good year. Now we're taking on division rivals, the Braves, and we advance. And now we're taking on Blake Snell and the Padres. And what can we do there? All right, so let's do this. Yeah, let's go with this. I know I said Blake Snell. You guys are gonna be like, Blake Snell's not that bad. I know. It's a joke. Calm down. All right. People get so upset on the internet. We're gonna lose to the Padres. Just kidding. We're not. We're gonna face. Oh, look who we're facing in the World Series. What are the odds of that happening? All right, so Stroman. So then I need DeGrom, Syndergaard, Stroman. Ooh, Carrasco's really good. So let's go like that. Whoo! Ooh, this is a series. Look at that. What are the odds here? Okay. Okay. Ooh, a nice little sweep. No worries at all. World Series Season 1. Oh, playoff MVP was Nimmo, and so was the World Series MVP. Did that just say he hit 533? Disgusting. Disgusting. Oh, love it. Chris Bryant, a little cold. A little cold. Same with Pete Alonso. But you know what? The bottom half of the lineup tore it up. Oh, what about the pitching? Let me see the pitching really quick, because this is probably the only World Series we're going to win. So, oh, Carrasco. Wow. Beautiful. Love seeing that. What about the bullpen? Nice, Betances. Nice. I like it. I mean, you know what? I think we should just call it after that. We're not going to, but I feel like we should. That is just beautiful. Chef's kiss, you know? Tim Tebow retired. Oh, no. Whatever will we do without Tim Tebow? Alrighty. I'm going to pick up this option. I made it $2 million. Super cheap. And then I don't really see us bringing back maybe something like this. That's a lot of money. But you know what? We'll see if he takes it. If he doesn't take it, we'll be fine. Betances. I think he's gonna give us something like this again. 5 ERA, high whip. So I'm gonna walk and say thank you for your services. Alright, so here we go. 40 man. If anybody goes, it's not a big deal. Arbitration. Everybody. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, might as well keep them on the squad. Contracts, everybody as well. And then when we look at free agency, what do we need? Nothing offensively. Like, I'm perfectly happy keeping this exact offensive lineup and bench. We don't have that much money, so that's another issue. Marcus Stroman did not sign, which is a bit of an issue, but realistically, we don't have a lot of money, which means I don't even... Cano, can you please retire? You're killing me right now. I thought you retired and you did not. That is holding us back so much. Okay. We can't sign anybody big in free agency. Marcus Stroman is realistically the only guy that we could like go out and get. Like 14 million is probably the cap for a starting pitcher that we can afford, while also still trying to afford other players to fit the bullpen and things like that. So I might not go after Marcus Stroman. I might go a little bit cheaper just so that I might just trade Robinson Cano like that and just see if I, you know what? Let's do that right now. Let's just trade him. I don't want him on the team. He's too busy taking steroids. Is anybody going to take Robinson Cano? Ooh, the Orioles. The Giants as well. The Padres, the Dodgers. Anything looking decent here? Like at all? That would like possibly be worth it? Doesn't really look like it. Which I get it. You know, aging bat, probably not going to be that great going forward. So I'm just going to take, I don't even know. Maybe this? Sure. The Orioles, they said that, yeah, we'll give you this. I mean, I could wait until like arbitration and everything goes through, but no, I don't want to do that. Can you give me him? I'll take him. Smaller contract. That's perfectly fine with me. That should open up a little bit of money. It did. Okay. So yeah, we're good now. Cano's gone. I probably could have gotten a little bit more for him, but you know what? I just want him off the books. Our offensive lineup stacked already. We can use that money to sign pitching. See you guys next year. All right, season 2, couple changes, mostly to the pitching. Let me show you the roster history. Let's see what we're working with here. Signed Seth Lugo to a new contract. Extended him basically for a couple years after the rebuild. He was really good last year. I figured, you know what? Let's see if we can keep him in that similar role. You know what I'm trying to say? Maybe like the setup, maybe the closer spot if Edwin Diaz doesn't re-sign, or if I don't want to sign Edwin Diaz. Dylan Bundy, brought him in on a 2-year deal. Basically this year and the last year, the rebuild. He was good the last couple seasons. Cheap option. It was like under 10 million, which is a steal in real life. So I figured, yeah. Blake Trinan, 1-year deal, $3.5 million. We'll see how he does. Alex Claudio, 2-year deal, club option. Good to have lefties in the bullpen. We brought him back. Hansel Robles. We'll see how he does. He might do poorly. If he does poorly, we let him walk. It's not a big deal. And that really is it. We brought a couple younger guys to fill out not the rotation, but the minor leagues. And this is the team. Realistically, I don't know about Trevor May. Like, is he going to give us 2.87 ERA, 4 ERA? More innings probably hurt him. You know what I mean? Is Hildenberger going to be the same as last year? Do we just move Seth Lugo straight to this spot right here, the setup role, and then just shuffle the rotation and the bullpen up a little bit? I'm not really sure. I'm really just kind of like, hopefully it works out. I'm not even sold on Alex Claudio, to be honest. I just really needed a lefty that would work out for us. So, I'm so torn right here. Because, like, you know what? You know what? I'm going to trade Trevor Hildenberger. I don't know what I'm going to get, but I'm going to trade Trevor Hildenberger. So it's going to be, let's get a long reliever. That's what we need. So let's go like this. Let's trade Trevor Hildenberger. Let's get a long reliever. I just have a bad feeling. Just like something bad's going to happen. He's going to get like a 9 ERA or something. What about... Ooh, Matt Strahm doesn't have that long relief ability anymore. So who is a long reliever that's going to be good and is gonna be worth picking up? Freddie Peralta? But it looks like he's more of like a... Yeah, he's looking to be the closer. TJ Antone? No. Who? I guess we're going to have to look for like kind of like a fringe starter. Like Austin Voth is within the division. Can't do that. So who could we trade for? Matthew Boyd, limit the innings? Might be okay. You know what? Let's try that. Let's try Matthew Boyd, limit his innings, put him in the long relief role, and rock like that. There we go. And it adds another lefty to the bullpen, which we kind of needed. Offensive lineup is the exact same. Didn't change a single thing. It was so good last year. Might as well rock with it. So this is what we got. I want to see where we're ranked now. We should be way up there. Number 2. I don't get why our defense is so bad. I feel like the team's not that bad defensively, but I guess we are. Otherwise, we're really good in every other category besides speed. So here we go. See you guys at the end of the season. So not as good as last year, 94 and 68. We still won the division, but actually, that's still a really good year. Like, I don't know why I'm like, yeah, it's not that good. No, that's a pretty good season still. We're ranked first in the league. You know, we beat the Braves by 1 game. So okay. We weren't as good as last year. It looks like a lot of other teams improved as well. A lot of, the American League West. Okay. A lot of teams definitely had a lot more wins. So Lindor led the league in WAR. Jacob deGrom was outstanding pitching-wise. What I think let us down was our pitching. I'm just going to assume that. I don't see why the offense would let us down in any way, shape, or form. Colin Moran somehow won MVP. Okay. deGrom won Cy Young for back-to-back years. And then looking at the rest, I'm just gonna assume that it was pitching. I'm just gonna go there. So yeah, Matthew Boyd, not great. Not gonna bring him back. I was hoping that, maybe he'd be okay in this long relief role. Was so wrong. So wrong. Blake Trinan, not terrible, not great. I don't know if I'll bring him back. Probably not. Claudio, not great. Probably not going to bring him back. Same with Hansel Robles. So far, pitching, not fantastic. Like, everybody just looked like, did we just forget how to pitch? Is that what happened? Because the starters did well. Everybody, yeah, the starter. Ooh, Carrasco went down a lot. Starters did really well, though. Like, I'm really happy with the starters, but the bullpen, ew. Gross. The bench did bench things. Jarrett Parker, once again, just there for morale reasons. Francisco Lindor got even better. Love to see it. Conforto took a little step back, but that's still a really good season. You got Chris Bryant, who put up really good numbers. Pete Alonso. Ooh, what happened? What happened? She just forget to hit? Dominic Smith, man, good numbers, like 35 home runs. The RBIs are down a little bit, but like, what's going on there? Our 4 or 5 hitter just forgot how to swing the bat. It looks like everybody else kind of picked up the slack, but okay. So a couple just kind of sore eyes in the bullpen and the starting lineup. So we get swept by the Cardinals. So the Cardinals must be nasty. I'm kind of intrigued to see what their team looks like. So Goldschmidt, I mean, that team doesn't look that great. Is their pitching staff just stacked? What do they have? I don't know. They're just really good, I guess. Okay, so coming off a World Series victory, get knocked out the first round of the postseason, not what you want. Definitely not what you want at all. And you hate to see it. You really do. So what do we do here? I don't want Edwin Diaz. He looks like he's kind of going down. Yeah, just no. I'm going to pick up this $7 million option for McNeil. I'm going to decline this. I'm going to let Trinan go. Nimmo, I do want back. I don't know how we're going to do it. I might have to bump up the contract a little bit, backload it, go like that. Hopefully he signs it. And then the rest I'm going to let walk. Maybe, how much does he want? He's been hovering around this 14 mark. So maybe we do something like this. Backload it, drop it down to 14. We can afford that. And you know what? Gives us a consistent arm in the starting rotation. Don't got to worry about it. All right, cool. Next up, what do we have? 40 man. Newton, don't want to lose Newton. Probably Vientos as well. Zapucki, I don't know, however you say that name. Arbitration, sure, why not? Everybody gets an offer there. Same thing with the contracts. Starting rotations looking good. Carrasco has been going down pretty quickly. I might just move him here. We'll strengthen this bullpen out. We'll sign maybe someone that's okay in the 5th spot, or we just give Luke Rennie a shot. Doesn't look completely ready, to be honest. So we're probably going to have to just spend the money on the pitching because the lineup, again, untouched. We have what we need. The offense is good. It's the pitching that we need a little bit of help with. And there's options, you know, and there's definitely some cheap options that we can go with as well. So, all right, final season. Let's see what we can do. All right, final season. And we're going to trade for Devin Williams of the Brewers for Alex Claudio, Joseph Shaw, and Anthony Walters. I didn't really see what the name was, but bullpen options were super expensive this offseason. Like everybody wanted like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 million. In real life, super cheap deals, right? Like especially for top like bullpen closer arms. But when we're kind of in a budget crisis, like you can see, we're a little bit over budget. We'll be within budget once the season starts, but it was just tough. And on top of that, it was like players who wanted like 8-9 million weren't really worth 8-9 million in my eyes. So I just kind of went with cheap options that I think will work, and then we'll get a good setup guy and a good closer. And then obviously we have Carrasco, DeGrom, Syndergaard, Stroman, Bundy, and Keuchel. We brought Keuchel in on a 1-year deal, super cheap, $7.5 million. Again, it was one of those things where there were other options available, just a little bit too expensive. You know, yeah, in hindsight, we probably could have just, you know, not signed Chris Bryant. But what's the fun in that? What's the fun in that? So let me get the rest of the team sorted. We will, you know what? You had a good run, but we're going to give it to this guy that I drafted in season 1, Frank Lozano. Purely drafted him because of his hitting. He can also play catcher apparently, but We'll leave it at that. So here we go. This should be the team. Luis Guillorme sadly isn't going to get a shot, and that's the team. So again, basically untouched offensively. It's been working. It's been clicking. The offense has been rolling. Pitching wise, a little unsure on the bullpen. You know, Jake McGee, decent stats. Same with Tim Meza, Brazier, Colomé, Devin Williams. I have faith in the arms. I just need to get the luck of the draw. That's really what it comes down to. So hopefully they don't change anything up lineup wise, which it doesn't look like they did. Pitching rotation should still be the same as well. Perfect. Love to see it. Like I said, we would just be within budget. It worked out. And of course, we're still going to be ranked pretty highly. Yeah, so there we are. Final season. Let's try to win another World Series. Won the division, 108-54. Back to a 100-win season. Love to see it. Won the division by 5 games. So the Braves, they're right behind us. They've been right behind us like this whole rebuild. Cardinals, 89 wins, win the Central. The Padres, the Braves, okay, along with the Dodgers. What else we got here? The Rays, the Twins, the Astros, the Athletics, and the Angels. The West have just been taking all the wild card spots. Looks like we have a couple league leaders, Dominic Smith and Pete Alonso, and then Jacob deGrom and Noah Syndergaard kind of just ran away with the pitching categories. Multiple Gold Gloves, and again a Cy Young Award. Okay, all right. Jacob deGrom just Cy Young every year. Like that's nobody was taking that award from him. That was his. Just that was his. That might as well change it to the Jacob deGrom Award. All right, here we go. Carrasco, you know what? You did your job. Still did really well. Like, can't hate on it. Jake McGee was not great. Tim Meza was, as a Rule 5 pick, not too bad. Not too bad. Ryan Brazier, I'll take that, especially for a $2 million deal. Yes, please. Alex Colomé still putting up really good numbers. Devin Williams struggled a bit. I don't get it. He was really good. And then just not good. And then Seth Lugo, really solid in that closer role. Jacob deGrom, lights out. Love it. So, ooh, Noah. Yikes. Thor, whatever you want to call him. Yikes. Stroman did really well. Dylan Bundy took a little bit of a step back. And then Dallas Keuchel did as well. But you know what? The pitching, I would say, was a lot better as a whole compared to what it was last year. Malik Smith, respectable season. I'll take it. Jose Peraza was okay. Last year was a little bit better, but Drury, Nido, and then Frank Lozano. They even gave Frank Lozano a shot instead of Jarrett Parker. That's wild. Francisco Lindor, not necessarily a leadoff guy, but did the job every single year. Conforto, love to see it. Chris Bryant, outstanding numbers. Pete Alonso, back to doing Pete Alonso things. Dominic Smith, league leader in home runs, put up great numbers. Love it. JD Davis, outstanding. Jeff McNeil, crazy good on base percentage. 400, are you kidding me? And then Brandon Nimmo. I mean, the team was great. Like, this is a crazy good offensive team. Hopefully we can win a World Series here, facing the Dodgers. And I'm gonna change it. Jacob deGrom's getting this start. Please don't let me down. Thank you. All right, great. Oh man, I was gonna be like, oh, we lost, yay. Put Jacob deGrom there, so it should be Syndergaard, Stroman, deGrom, Bundy, Keuchel. Perfect. All right. Yep, we're lined up perfectly. We lose 10-5 the first, 4-3 the second. We're gonna get swept. We didn't get swept. Okay, what a surprise. Jacob deGrom should be able to start this game, and then we'll go like this. He should be able to. He might be a little tired. We get the win. Please, Syndergaard. Oh, man. Stroman clutches it out for us. Yes. Yes. World Series against the Astros. Are you kidding me? We're back in the World Series. Dylan Bundy. That's fine. Yeah. We're good. We're going to go Syndergaard, Stroman? Yeah, we're going to rock like that because I don't think deGrom's going to have enough stamina to get... Oh, he could. Does he? 100%. It's been over a week. Yeah, he 100% has the stamina. I'm thinking about this way too much. Let's get... Yeah. We're good. Yeah. Let's do that. All right, here we go. World Series against the Astros. And there it is. 2 World Series. 3 years. You love to see it. You love to see it. Here we go. Awards. MVP for McNeil and James McCann. Okay, there we are. That's how it's going to end. Dylan Bundy, low-key, a little bit of a hero here. I'll take it. What about this bullpen? How did this bullpen do? Brazier got roughed up a little bit. It looks like the bullpen just really blew some games there. Offensively, I don't know how we won. I'm seeing a lot of 230s, 240s, high ERAs. How did we win that? I don't know, but I hope you guys did enjoy it. 2 World Series in 3 years for the New York Mets. Oh, I would go crazy if I was a Mets fan and that happened. I would go crazy if I was any sort of fan and my team did that. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And of course, get in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the Lindor trade. I don't know what video you want to see next. What do you think is going to be the next big move in baseball? Who knows? We're starting to heat up in the offseason. I'm loving it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.